What's up, everybody? Welcome to Narcocop MMA. I'm your host, Mike, along with my new co-host for Dana White's Contender Series. It is none other than Brandan Olivas. What's up, Brandan?
What's up, man?
How are you feeling? How is this first week of Dana White's Contender Series? How you feel about this card?
Well, I like the card. I think there's a couple good spots. As far as how I'm feeling, I'm just going to be honest with your audience here. This is podcast number 2 straight for me. We did, fucking Christ, it was an hour, 45 minutes, and I sweat through my shirt. I was just going to keep the sauce a little bit secret, but I was sweating through the shirt, so I had to bring a backup. And also, I just didn't want you guys to think I'm being lazy. At least pretend it's a different day, different show, all that stuff. So here I am. I already drank through this matcha, so now we're on to drink number 2 and 3. But let's get this thing. I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, I made sure I brought this guy an extra large coffee last time I was there, but apparently this guy just blasts through the coffee, he blasts through these shows. So hour 45 and now into this one, you gotta love it.
No, actually, I've cut out so much coffee. That was your coffee you brought me was the last one that I had. So I just figured I needed a little boost today. I'm so tired.
All right. You probably also did probably 2 or 3 hours of training too. So if you lump it all together, you're probably going on 5 or 6 hours straight here.
I actually haven't trained at all today. I tell Santino, this girl I've been dating, she's been I've been taking care of her bedside. So I'm pretty sleep deprived right now. I'm running on fumes. Honestly, I think if I did drugs and got a good night's sleep, I'd be much healthier than what I'm doing right now.
All right. Well, maybe someone in chat can help you out with the drugs. We'll ask them. But all right, let me go over.
DM me if you got some good stuff.
Let me shout them out first, and then we'll move on. What's up, Dixon? How are you doing? Thank you for joining. Elijah Juan is in the house. Free UFC bet picks. What's up, my man? Brandon and Narco. He says Azure be joining soon. Still working. She says. Black Dam says sharpest cappers in the game. Appreciate you, my man. MMA Locksmith, my guy got the beard. Yeah, this beard is growing and growing. My wife is, she's not liking it, dude. She's like, what are you doing?
Are you are you growing it out like a hockey beard kind of thing?
I might get to the hockey beard. Yeah, I think it's getting there at this point.
Are you waiting to shave it for a special occasion?
Not really. Not really. By the way, you talk about special occasions, Brendan. 16-year anniversary for me this Friday.
Congratulations.
Appreciate you, my man. Yeah, it was
16 years.
16 years, man.
I can't even get to 16 days, so 16 years is quite the feat.
I love this guy. All right, let's start it off here. We don't want to go too long. I know you've been doing these shows forever, but the first fight of the night, it is in the middleweight division. It is the 7-1 Murtaza Talha versus the 8-0 Baysangur Susurkaev. You can go kick us off here. What do you think about this first fight here at 185 with a guy that's coming back to Dana White's Contender Series?
Yeah, and we always kind of see that work one of two ways, don't we? Sometimes we see it work out really well. I can't remember last year. There was this little Brazilian kickboxer guy. I can't remember who he fought, but they brought him back to basically lose twice in a row, right? And I kind of have the feeling that that's how Talha's going at this rate, right? Even before his last fight, you kind of looked at his record, and he fought a lot of nobodies, a lot of just complete garbage fights. My issue with his fight style, one, he's got that kind of hands down style, he fights Azamat Murzakanov a bit, right? But he doesn't really have power. He's not really hurting anybody real. And then he also gasses quickly. If you have cardio issues and gas problems, at least give yourself a chance and swing hard, first round. But he doesn't have much of that. And that dude on the other side, across from him, Baysangur, man, he's the best Nick Diaz possible, right? He's just dinking and dunking you, but he looks like he hits so hard. He's really precise, really good counter grappling. I love the fact that he's fought in Fury before too, instead of just overseas and obscure promotions. He's fought actually real people. I like Baysangur here, and I like him by a lot. I think he's going to finish him second, third round. I think Talha might give him enough work and move enough to survive for one, but this Baysangur guy I think is pretty nasty.
Yeah, I mean, he took this on a little bit of a short notice, but when you look at Talha, he's not a guy that's going to push a high pace. He's not a guy that
can't.
He doesn't even have good cardio himself, like you mentioned. The one thing I will say is his fight against Bellato in Contender Series, he was coming off an ACL surgery, and he said he wasn't really ready prior to the fight. He said, I'm not really ready, but I can't pass up this opportunity. 7 months removed from ACL. But I mean, this dude took that fight, right? He lost the fight, right? He got finished. And then Brandon, he took 2 years off, fought a guy that's 0-5 right now, and the fight got flagged because
you saw that fight.
Yeah, like why is this guy why? Here's the thing that's a big red flag for me. Like, okay, you have 7 fights under your belt. You're 6-1. You're kind of like I guess a prospect. He's not young, but like, what's the sense of taking 2 years off and coming back and fighting a guy like that, right? Like, what does that give you? Anything?
Well, yes and no. So I'm kind of on the same thing because I'm almost 2 years out. I'm ready to be back in. When I come back in, I don't want to go fight, like a top guy right off, because one, I need to get used to the lights again. I need to get used to the weight cut. I need to get used to the walk, to the nerves, to the adrenaline. So there is something about, that's where they talk about the ring rust. But, that pathetic of an opponent, you want someone that at least like push you a little bit, give you a little bit of adversity.
Like this. I mean, the fight got flagged. I mean, that's all we need to know is like there, it's probably
what's crazy is he didn't even look good in that fight either. He was like super flat footed. He didn't really have a lot of hip movement. Yeah.
I think this guy Baysangur, by the way, I think he's the goods, man. Like I think one thing he needs to fix, or I would say two things. One, he's a little too lackadaisical in the ring. Like he's kind of like, in some spots where he's getting grappled, he's kind of like fucking around. He's getting his back taken and then he's popping out. You can tell he's just super athletic, super good everywhere. But at some points in the fights, he's kind of like no killer instinct. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's going to bite you in the ass when you're fighting really good guys and you're fucking around in the cage, right? I guess that's one thing. Maybe he just knows he's so much better than these guys. Like, they can't do shit to me. It's one of those. And maybe when the opposition steps up, he's not going to do shit like that. But his cardio is a little iffy. I don't think it's great. But, man, dude, his striking is fucking sick.
You know what he does, too? He punches where he's never off balance because he's not throwing everything into every shot, but he stiffens his punch right before it lands. And you can see the impact that it has on these guys. It's pretty devastating for not really throwing a lot of his body into it. It's pretty nice.
He's making sure he catches guys at the end of his punches, man. He's really good with that, man. Because his footwork is so fucking good. And he throws all kinds of punches. I mean, uppercuts, you name them. Like, he's throwing them from different angles. He's throwing combinations. You can tell he can grapple too. He loves striking, man. And the one fight against Shane, like, he was absolutely lighting that poor dude up, like literally lighting him up.
Hey, Narco, respectfly though, you got to watch what you say about the legend Shane Snobsky.
Oh, is that Shane? A friend?
Shane, no, Shane smashed Ty Guerter. That's all I'm gonna say about that one.
But Ty Guerter came back and beat him.
Barely. He won a split decision, but listen, one guy got a knockout, one guy got a split decision. That is his daddy.
Yeah, I mean, what he did to that poor Georgian guy in Fury, I mean, he was just toying with that poor guy. And the Georgian got his back once, I think it was round 2, and he just chucked him off right away. He like kind of framed up and he just fell right out off his back and then proceeded to pound him again. So, yeah, I mean, I'm with you here. I know there was people that were buying on Murtaza here because of, I guess they were thinking that, he might get him in the clinch or throw some shots in the clinch, hurt this guy. But, man, Baysangur is so much better. And he's also training at Kill Club. He's training with, like, elite guys, dude, literally. Like,
anytime you see those, I'm telling you guys, like, this would cut your tape in half, if that. Anytime you see those little camo shorts, like the little Russian camo shorts, he's already going to win. Like, that was the end of my tape pretty much. I was like, all right, the punch, the shorts, Kill Cliff.
Is it the Kill Cliff camo shorts, right? Those things are, it's a W right away.
That's an auto W.
Auto W. Let's see who is in here.
No, there's some bait on this one. There's bait on this one.
What?
There's some bait in these comments. I'm not going to fall for it. I'm not going to fall for it.
Where's the bait? Where's the bait? I don't see it.
You're going to see it.
Okay, if Brandon was stuck there, it is. Oh, here's the bait. Here's the bait. I think I know this guy, by the way. If Brandon was stuck on a desert island, he could only choose one Asian male, 145 pounds and under, to bring with him. Who would it be, Brandon?
No, this
That's
is
the
bait.
question.
This is bait because he chose
This is the
145 on
question.
purpose.
Dude, this is chat. I'm only reading what the chat is putting. That's all.
He knows it's Sungwoo Choi, and everybody knows it's Sungwoo Choi. He's probably the sexiest Asian I've ever seen. But I will say, Korean Tiger is working his way up. He's working his way up.
All right. So then
I got a thing for
he,
maybe Korean men specifically.
he
the look of
has
them.
competition. Half the battle. What's up, my man Dan? Smash the like he said. Everybody loves Olivas in here in these comments. I like it.
Your people are so nice to me. Every time I go on Clint's show, they just
they shit on you.
They shit
Yeah,
on me.
I don't allow that with people on my show. That's not allowed.
I wonder if it's just Clint's audience. They're just so used to just hate that no matter who goes, they're gonna kill you no matter what.
Yeah, Clint is one of a kind. All right, let's move on. Fight number 2. It is in the middleweight division. It is a 7-0 Christopher Ewert versus the 8-1 Yuri Panferov. Current prices, man, Panferov becoming a really big dog here. He's up to 155, 165 on some books. And the comeback is 185, 195 on Ewert. I can kick this one off. Ewert, I don't think he's very skilled at anything, to be honest, like very highly skilled. I do think he's competent everywhere. I do think he can grapple some, he can get off. The thing that I like about him is he really doesn't settle when you get him down. He immediately tries to get up. He did get mounted in one fight where he looked kind of bad, but he immediately got out of there against that guy AJ Chambers, got up and then proceeded to kill his body. Last fight against Reese Watkins, I was a little bit higher, honestly, on this Reese Watkins guy. I think he's from Extreme or something, but I don't even know what to call that guy, but he walks forward and, he tries to strike. I don't think he's a very good technical striker, but it was kind of a back and forth fight, but Ewert kind of pulled away with the cardio, I think, and just did more work in general. Like he throws a lot of volume, a lot of body stuff. He likes to kick the body, he likes to go to the body. So, and he seems like he has a crazy chin, bro. Like that's the one thing with this guy. He's Chilean, Ewert. Like he has a crazy chin and he has very good cardio. Those two things to me in MMA are big, man. Like if you have both of those things and you throw a lot of volume to top it off, you can win a lot of fights against non-high level opponents.
We call that on our side of things. We call that the triple C. Chilean cardio chin is the triple C. That's always what we look for.
And so this guy has the triple C. And, on the other side, Yuri, I think Yuri's the more skilled fighter everywhere here. Like
I agree.
he just got his black belt. He can wrestle. He can strike. His striking is actually really good. Like as far as technically speaking, for a 185er, he's good. And he calf kicks, he does everything. He has the entire game. The issue I have with Panferov is, in his last fight against Bastayev, I didn't watch the fight. I watched clips of it. But if you watch his interview, he said he got knocked out in that fight. He said he got knocked out and he woke up.
Which is pretty bad because I will say Bastayev is maybe the worst Russian I've ever seen. Also beat Ty Guerter, though.
He is long. He's long. I'll give him that. He's very long. He's like orthodox, throws knees and shit like that. But, the Finney fight, I thought he was doing really good. I mean, he rocked Finney like 3 times in that first round.
Finney's an annoying person to fight because he does one thing and over and over and over again. And I don't think Ewert's going to have that exact same game plan, which is going to leave a lot of space.
Yeah. And the one thing I am concerned about here is, the pace. Like, is Yuri going to be able to keep up with this pace if this guy is let's say Yuri takes him down, which I think he has an opportunity to take this guy down and maybe have some top time, but this guy continues to work up. He continues coming forward, working the body. What's Yuri going to look like in round 3? Because, quite frankly, he hasn't really gotten to many round 3s. If you look at his career, they're all round 1s and 2s outside of the last fight against Bastayev. So, I lean dog here, to be honest. I think at this price, the more complete mixed martial artist is Panferov. The thing is, the other guy has what you guys call the triple C, and I don't know how the Triple C is gonna play into this fight against Panferov.
I actually agree with you. And this is actually a reason I'm going to kind of pass on this fight, because I agree with you. I think Panferov is a lot more skilled almost everywhere. I just got done breaking down the UFC, and I felt like almost half the fights were like, yeah, this guy's way more skilled, but he's an underdog just because of cardio. Like, this was just constant theme today. I feel it's the same here, right? We saw him break down cardio wise, but I don't think it's going to be near as bad in this fight just because of the fight styles of Ewert and Finney as the difference. I think if Panferov gets closer to 200, I think I'm going to take a look. Other than that, I think the only thing I want is like the over on this one. I know it's kind of a juiced over, but I don't really see either of them finishing each other early, because I think Panferov, he's got to account for, he's going to try to account for cardio for 3 rounds just in case. I think one thing he's going to be worried about is burning himself out so early. But the other issue too is he has to fight and win round 1. And Ewert seems to not give a shit, and he'll be okay losing round 1. He's going to keep pressing forward. So for literally only the cardio dynamic and just the pressing forward and pushing the pace, I like Ewert here. But overs for me, if we get to a crazy dog price, but I think Ewert's going to win.
Yeah, I agree with you with the over here. I really like, I don't see Ewert finishing early. He's not one of those guys. I mean, I guess he has a lot of finishes in round 1, but when there's competent fighters in front of him that can grapple and stuff,
we're talking a different level.
Correct. Like, the guys he's finishing are just like very low level guys. The minute he stepped up a little bit, you know, even Jimmy Pace, I think, speaking of Pace, he's actually fighting on Dana White's Contender Series this year. And he put a beating on Jimmy Pace, to be honest. Like, you know, Pace apparently is a good athlete, good grappler, and he had trouble. Like, he did get him down, but he could not hold this guy down. And so, yeah, I mean, Panferov is probably the best jiu-jitsu guy he's faced, though, to be honest. Like, he's a black belt now. He just got his black belt. So we'll see. You know, maybe Panferov can get this guy's back and get a sub or something.
It's not happening. Those kind of big guys like that, they lack the technical finesse to finish that kind of stuff. It's not happening.
Yeah, you would know definitely better than I would. But yeah, I mean, Ewert just seems like a guy is very hard to hold down. He's one of those guys going to continue to scramble, make you work, and eventually get up on you.
He seems a bit brain dead, which is kind of actually what I like. You know what I mean? He's got like early onset CTE.
I mean, he's the guy that just comes forward, eats shots, and continue coming forward until he breaks you.
He doesn't know how bad he is, and that's what I love about it.
He's definitely not very good, honestly. And we talked about this. He's from Ultimate Combat Fitness over there with Javier Torres. And a lot of for whatever reason, dude, that guy has like some kind of farm system in South America. And a lot of those guys sleep in that gym, by the way. Like, he literally has a fight house down there.
What do you mean? These guys. I live close by. I'm gonna go check it out. What do you mean?
I'll tell you. I know. Like,
you think I could bunk with Waldo?
You can. I don't know about Waldo. Hold on a second. Waldo might have his own place now. But we're talking about the South American guys that he bring in. I mean, he has a fight house. They pay him rent. They pay him rent monthly. So
he's taking advantage of his fighters. I saw Sorry Canyon. She's
I'm not saying that. I am not saying that. But
how much he making on that fighter house?
Who knows?
Jamming 9 immigrants into one place.
There's definitely charging a bunch of fighters there. They eat, sleep, and breathe fighting, I guess, and maybe doing some weed. But all right, let's move on. Fight number 3. It is in the welterweight division. It is the 7-2 Jimmy Drago versus the 5-0 Ty Miller. Brandon, this one's yours.
Oh, I can't wait for this one. This is my spot on the card. I like this one. It's Tyson Miller knockout. It's Tyson Miller all day long. Jimmy Drago I faded him in the last fight against Junior Mello. I got very lucky on that one that it was a no contest. But what was crazy is even Junior Mello, who, by the way, Junior Mello's like throwing fights right now. I bet plus 425 on a guy who throws fights like intentionally and still almost won. That's crazy to me. Now you get Ty Miller, who's like an actual legit, really good prospect. Is his takedown defense the best? No, but he's always working back up. The second his butt hits the mat, he's spinning, coming up to the top. My biggest issue with Drago, he looks fast and dynamic in that Junior Mello fight. Like, he really did. He looked good. But he runs out of ideas when he gets pressured. You'll notice he puts his back on the cage. He circles, ducks his head, big overhand, and then he'll try to clinch or grapple, and then he'll reset and just does the same thing over again. One punch that's really nice of his is that check left hook is very nice. But Tyson is leagues above Jimmy in the striking. And he loves to pressure, right? All he does is he stays super calm. He gets up, pressures you on the fence. Great 1-2s down the middle. He's so much bigger than Drago. Drago's wrestling, I don't think, is very good. I don't think his control is very good. He's a guy that's going to beat a lot of regional guys. He'll be a regional champion. Ty Miller, I actually see like winning fights and being competitive in the UFC. The kid can box his ass off. He rolls punches well. He seems to have pretty nasty power, good leg kicks. I think we're going to see a round 2, round 3 knockout. I think he's running out of ideas. I got Ty Miller.
I mean, I'm not as impressed as you are with Ty Miller, honestly. I think his boxing is good. I think he has good hands, but I feel like that's all he has. Like, he never kicks. Never see this.
Those a few.
Very, very few and far between. Like, he's
why you need a kick when you got hands like that.
And by the way, all I see him training and on his IG is that he's at that boxing gym in New Mexico, and that's all he does is train boxing. It feels
perfect.
But I mean, he has these great attributes. Very long. He's tall. He's young. He's got very good output. Very good cardio. All those things are true. I do feel like sometimes for whatever reason, he doesn't snap his punches. Honestly, I feel like he slaps with them a lot. If you watch the tape, he kind of like does one of these a lot over the top.
Yeah. Don't underestimate those. That shit hurts because your knuckles are exposed right there. That's how I got my head swollen, was from the little knuckles on this side.
You ate it like that. Yeah, but Jimmy Drago, like, I mean, he has a nice story. The UFC loves stories.
Wait, what's his story?
Oh, you didn't know this guy's story?
Tell me. I gotta know.
So he was a heroin addict for 6 years.
So we got the Brendan Ward origin story right here.
Homeless, heroin addict, fighting underground. You could see his fights, actually, underground boxing in some kind of like underground world where he's absolutely putting guys out cold. He's probably, and he says in that, he's like, I just couldn't wait to win because I would get paid more so I could go buy heroin. So nice. He had a cause and why he wanted to win there. So
all right, well, Jimmy, if you're watching this live stream right now, and I know that you are, I have a big bag of heroin if you lose this fight and you lose by knockout. I'll double it.
Oh boy, here he goes again. Last week, who was it last week that you were
with C-Rod and Feely?
Was it C-Rod? It didn't work out. All right.
Feely didn't come with the game plan, man. You lost the bag.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't find the Turner fight. Alonzo Turner, I think he's a pretty good wrestler /
Dude, Alonzo's so overrated. He's got bad cardio. He's a big muscle freak. I would have picked Drago in that fight too, because Drago's a little more mobile than he is.
Did you watch the Itzo fight at all?
Yeah, I did.
He kind of was owning him, honestly, up until round 3 when he got finished. He was winning 2-0, in my opinion.
I thought he was down the first round. But I don't really like Itzo, to be honest, either. Itzo is very gassy. He's very square and slow. Ty is so slick. Ty is going to touch him. And I think Drago is going to wear out. And the other thing, too, is Drago, the second he gets touched, he shoots a lot of desperation shots. Always does.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at one. I didn't even say the odds, but it's minus 185 right now on Ty Miller. You can get 170, 175. It's a pass for me just because I do think this Jimmy Drago guy hits very hard. I think if he lands big shots, he can hurt just about anybody. He seems to have a lot of power in his hands. So obviously Ty Miller, boxing background, hands are always up. He's not one of those guys that puts his hands down and it's deficient with his defense, but I could see in an exchange where Drago can land something big. But yeah, minute winner, it's probably going to be Miller. I do think Drago also has very good calf kicks. I have to say that. His calf kicks are really, really good. And with a boxer like Miller, he's very lead leg heavy, man. He is lead leg heavy.
Yes, he is. But I think that's going to be a big issue for Drago if he does that, because Ty is so much bigger and longer than him that if he starts throwing calf kicks, he's just gonna step in and throw on him, and he's going to discourage him.
He could eat a right hand because he's so long. Even though you're calf kicking, his arms are probably longer than
same. Yeah. Jimmy just doesn't have defense. Like, respectfully to Jimmy, I think he's got good offense. I saw in the chat, Big Bird said his left hook is nice. I already said that. He has a great left hook, but he doesn't really have defense, and he doesn't have a lot of head movement once he's pressured on the cage is kind of the issue. And Ty is going to slip and roll punches, touch him, dink him, and dunk him, but then he just has to watch out for a calf kick and an overhand. It doesn't seem like that big of an issue for Ty, I would think. Especially someone who's, I think, Narco, on this one, you're going to see the big difference between an MMA puncher and a boxing puncher. It's going to be a massive difference.
You might be right. You might be right. I did see a lot of like slapping from Ty Miller, so I didn't like that. But the one fight where he kills the dude, where's the LFA fight?
Brian Charleboy, that's my friend, Ned.
He threw a beautiful straight right hand right up the pipe and just it was a 1-2. He killed him with the 2. He didn't even see it. I don't even think that guy saw the 2 coming. He was so worried about the 1, and he just blasted him with a 2. And
he retired him off that fight. He's about to send. Never mind. Actually, never mind. That was pretty bad. I'm not gonna
did
say
he
that.
actually retire off that? I mean, it was a bad knockout. It was
bad. He hasn't fought since, so yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see anything in chat. Big Bird is in the house. Who else do we have in here?
Put up that comment of Big Bird.
Dogfather's in here. What? He says BBL Olivas.
I don't know what that means. I got booty now.
I don't know. Does he? You guys can judge. I'm not here to judge. Perfect. After Ty knocks him out, he can do BKFC. Everybody loves BKFC. By the way,
because they're coming to Phoenix, and I asked Radley for a fight.
Brandon cleaned them up this week in BKFC. I have to give him his flowers. He sent me a ticket. I think 77-1. Brandon.
That was the second biggest I hit. I hit a 9,000 to 1 also.
Okay, excuse me. He hit 90 to 1. So I'm being nice. I thought 77 to 1 is crazy, but he has a 90 to 1. So yeah. All right. Let's move on. We don't have BKFC this week, by the way. We have BKB, which I don't love it, but
okay. All right. Well, you don't give out the sauce. I'm gonna get rich on it. I'm gonna be on vacation, and I'm gonna be enjoying my lady. So we're gonna watch BKB on the beach.
There he goes on the beach. All right. Fight number 4. It's in the featherweight division. It is a 7-1 Radley de Silva versus 7-0 George Mangos. I will kick this one off. Actually, I have a bet here.
This is the best fight on the card by far.
It is definitely the best fight on the card. It's not even close. I think both guys, by the way, I will say this, are UFC level fighters.
Very good. Very good.
Very good. Both fighters are very good from tape. I mean, capoeira background for Radley de Silva, his whole entire family. His dad was a big capoeira guy. This guy's been doing capoeira since he was like 5 years old. And you can kind of see it in his fighting style, like on the feet, right? He's switching stances.
Kind of. He's all capoeira. I'm like, dude, I never seen him fight before. He was actually part of our Discord for like over a year, and I had never watched him fight. And today I'm like, oh shit, this guy's nasty.
That spinning wheel kick that he gave that D1 wrestler, he murdered that poor guy. It was you didn't even see it coming, man. It was very sneaky too. But even though with the capoeira background, Brandon, I love this guy's wrestling, man. Like his wrestling is really good. He can push a high pace for 5 rounds. He can wrestle for 5 rounds. I don't think he has the best jiu-jitsu. I will say that. I don't think he's very, very dangerous on the ground, but his control time from what I've seen is pretty damn good. And the thing is, you get up, he's just going to re-wrestle again, man. Like his wrestling is extremely good in my opinion. And he looks very, very strong. Once he gets you on that cage, you're probably going to go down. And when I look at the other side on Mangos, I think the guy is actually really, really good. Really skilled fighter everywhere. I think he's got a kid
body. Is that where you're going with this?
What is it?
That he's got a kid body and that strength is going to be a big deal.
Yes, 100%. And, at 21 years old, physically you're not developed. You're not fully developed at 21. And it's not that I don't think he can't stuff any takedowns here or something like that. It's, a year ago, right, at 20 years old, let's say he was 20 when he fought that Herndon guy that's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, okay? The amount of times that dude got him down just by body lock takedowns, double legs, and a lot of it was on the fence, by the way. A lot of those takedowns were on the fence, some trip takedowns. He got his back. The kid fought out of bad positions, right? Against the jiu-jitsu black belt. And I don't know how high level that guy is. But he's a local guy. He's a regional guy. And just him getting thrown around in that fight, in the grappling, I couldn't see why Radley De Silva's a dog here. This kid is very young, 21 years old. He's fighting a man that's 30 years old that has experience. Yes, he has a loss, but look at that loss. It was fucking 12 years ago, 13 years ago, whatever it was, right? After that, Brandon, I was reading a thing. He's not lost a single round in his pro career. Not a single round has he lost, Radley De Silva. So what were you saying? Go ahead.
Oh no, that's an interesting one because like I said, I'd never watched his fights, but I remember like looking on Discord whenever he's fighting, and someone's like, "Oh, future fade, lost that round, close fight."
No, he's not lost a single round in MMA since his loss. And I don't think he's fighting the best guys. Don't get me wrong; it's in the Canadian regional scene. But like, is Mangos fighting anybody better?
Yes, he is. A lot, yes, a lot better.
But who do you think out of these guys that he's fought? Like this Jared Wilbram guy is not good, man. He's just not good. He has no takedown defense. The Herndon guy, like I said,
he's good.
Could have been up 2-0 basically in that fight going into round 3. Obviously, it was a 5-round fight. And then the Japanese guy honestly sucks. I mean, I don't know. I think there's the thing for me is I think Mangos is the better striker. Even with this capoeira background, I think the cleaner guy is George Mangos. I think he's probably a little bit more well-rounded as far as jiu-jitsu. The whole package.
Close. It's not
right?
Close. Yeah.
But I think there's going to be a significant strength edge here and wrestling edge for Radley De Silva in this fight. And what I liked about his interview, and this is something about Dana White's Contender Series that everybody needs to put into account here before they're betting, is the fact that a lot of these guys go away from their game plan, if it's a boring game plan, to wow Dana White, right? They need to finish. They need to do something exciting, and they can't just sit there like just takedowns and do nothing and lay on top. But you know what Radley De Silva said? He says, because they asked him about that. He said, you wrestle a lot, you get on top a lot, you don't have a ton of finishes, like you go to decision. Are you going to change? Because you need to probably do something spectacular when a contract. He said, I'm not changing anything. The only thing I'm going in there for is to get a W. And I love to hear that. If
smart,
I'm
yeah.
backing him, right?
Listen, I will make it the most boring 15 minutes. They give me a shot on that. I don't care. It's whatever it is to get the win, because you're not progressing in your career if you don't. Here's the thing with this. Okay, so here's where I go. I actually agree with you. It seems weird to me that Radley De Silva is the underdog when it appears as he has a strength advantage, experience advantage, grappling advantage. But here's a couple of things. One, I look back every year at Contender Series, and when all's said and done, every single person with aura, in hindsight, you're like, dude, why would I have ever picked the other person, right? Almost every time you're like, oh, who's the kid who fought this weekend? Smith. When he was on it, you're like, oh shit, obviously he's going to win, right? Every other guy, oh, obviously they're going to win. They're fighting for the title. Obviously they would have won that fight. And I have a feeling that this fight's like that, right? You have this young phenom who's never lost a fight before. He's 9-0, and he's not like 9-0. Who was that kid last year that fought the Peruvian guy that ended up getting kicked out of the UFC? Ring. His name was something Ring.
In Dana White's Contender Series?
Yeah. And he was like a good grappler, and he was like brought up since the beginning of time. Like his family owned a gym. He was supposed to win. His last name was Ring, and then he just got smoked by the Peruvian.
Oh, guy. I remember. Yes. But he fought in his own gym or something, right?
Yeah.
With his dad. Yeah.
This feels so different to me though. Mangos is like legit. Like I didn't know he was 21. I was like, this kid has the composure. This kid like makes reads. His jiu-jitsu. Holy shit, he's good. Like his back takes, to me, this kid's the complete package. And I think Radley's very good too, but this is what I notice about Radley. He comes out super hot. He throws the kicks, switches stances, and then he'll always fire off this like fast 4-punch combination. And then right after that, he just settles into the fight and starts wrestling. It's like every single fight, every single round, every exchange is the exact same thing. But Mangos does really well at lifting the hooks, the butterfly hooks. His jiu-jitsu is excellent. He's always looking for stand-ups. And I don't think Radley's jiu-jitsu is as good as you think that it is. A couple times I've seen him get reversed, ending up on his back. He does leave a lot of openings on the feet too, because his hands are always down. I think Mangos is a lot sharper than Radley is, and he's a lot sharper over 15 minutes. His defense is always solid. It's not, taking big risks. And I think in the grappling, he's just more sound. I think Radley is very explosive and he'll work really hard. But I think if he gets tipped and Mangos gets on top, we're talking about some issues here. I think it's a very close fight. I may pass on a money line, but I think I like George Mangos for this win.
Yeah, just to clarify, I said I don't think his jiu-jitsu is that good.
Okay. I thought you said it was good, because most people, when they're watching him,
I don't think it's good. I don't think it's that good. His jiu-jitsu, I don't think is that good. I think his wrestling is very, very good.
I don't think it's good either. And here's why I say that. He's fighting these guys that are 40 years old, and he's beating the shit out of them on the feet. Why do you need to wrestle these guys, right? And the reason he's getting them down too is they're just old. They're not on his level. They don't deserve to be in there with him, and he's hurting them too. Like, I don't think he's going to do the same to Mangos. That dude's got composure for days. He's a threat on the feet. Like, this should be an amazing fight.
Do you think that he can get Mangos his back? Because Mangos does give up his back when he's going to get up, like against that Herndon guy. He did it multiple times and got his back taken.
But are you saying to win the round or to finish the fight?
No, like to give him, a back take with a body triangle, like that's probably the round.
He's actually really technical. I was watching this because you can tell a lot about a fighter based on how they escape the back position. 95% of people, even in the UFC, have no idea how to escape the back position. But he did really well. He started kind of unhooking the feet. He's hopping off to one side, getting his hips turned over and coming up to the top. Like, the kid is very well versed. Like, he's very smart. I think he's going to grapple to win this fight, actually. I think Mangos' submission might even be a nice play.
Wow. Yeah, I would be shocked. I think he's the better striker, honestly. I think he should keep it standing and do his thing. But all right, let's move on. It is last fight, main event, 500 live viewers, Brandon. They all came for you.
Holy shit.
One of them.
That's a good amount.
500 live viewers all came out for you. They said they love
cool.
Brandon. I said, I did say I'm going to have a great co-host this year, and I came through. So with that being
I'm
said,
glad you stopped after the first two comments, because every single one after that was everybody besides me. So thank you for inviting me, and I'm excited to do this.
All right. Main event. Light heavyweight. Actually, yeah, it's middleweight division now because he's dropping. It's the 6-0 Ilian Bouafia versus the 7-2-1 Neemias Santana. I want to hear this breakdown. I have some doubts here. Go ahead, Brandon.
And on which side is where I wonder, because one, I really wanted to wait for this fight to see the face-offs, to see the size. In my mind, Neemias is so massive and huge that he's just going to walk this guy down and he's going to put him out, like just put him to sleep. And then I don't know if you saw the face-off today. Significantly smaller, I think Neemias is.
Yeah, he's about 2 inches smaller, but I think he's the thicker guy.
Maybe he's kind of built like the Aaron the Plumber guy, where he's got real skinny like calves, but is like super wide chest. I think this is going to come down to how Neemias is going to fight. So he fought that same guy twice in a row, the Vinicius guy or whatever, right? First of all, that guy's got Benjamin Button disease. I thought that guy was 45. Turns out he's 29. So, I'm doing something right. Like, if I don't look like that. But fight one, if he fights like that, he's going to get smoked. It's not even going to be a close fight. Now, if he fights like fight two, where he stalks him, walks him down the whole time, talking shit in his face, I think he's going to smoke the Frenchman. So really, to me, like, this is going to be a complete pass just on how they're going to fight. At range, I think Sofian's going to touch him up constantly, right? He's really clean, sharp striker. He's got a lot of size. His brother, I don't know if you saw, is like a pretty high-level boxer too. And he's actually working with Hamzat, or he did work with Hamzat for this camp. Like, he's got good training partners. He's solid, good looking guy. You can see the UFC wanted to get behind him. First, you have this jungle man that's misshapen body, probably smokes cigarettes too, and just going in there to cause a ruckus, I think the under is probably a good play. I think just by the way Neemias fights, somebody's going to go out, especially with Contender series. I really don't know where to go with this one. I guess I'd want to load up Neemias pre and then kind of see how the fight plays out. As a pure winner, I think the Frenchman's going to get this one done.
All right. Dixon wants to know, are you a fan of Saucy Santana, the rapper?
You know, I'm not talking to Dixon. I did like a 5-minute monologue about Dixon and didn't even comment or say one word. So out for me.
That's
no questions
brutal.
for you, Dixon.
You gave him a long monologue and he didn't even say thank you. Didn't say anything.
Not a word. Comments on every other video except for that one.
Oh man. Dixon, you're falling off, brother. All right. I'm kind of in agreement with almost everything you said. I think Bouafia has very, very good boxing, man. Like really, really good. That straight left down the pipe is amazing. Amazing. Technically speaking, good footwork. Like you can tell his family or whatever, he's been training boxing for a long time.
He's class. Yeah, he's technical.
Problem is he's really got no other part of the game. Like this guy doesn't kick at all. Grappling, like he's never gonna be the one proactively grappling, right? People are gonna try to grapple him.
And defensively, he's not very good either.
Yeah, and the thing is with Bouafia is he got hurt in the Graca fight. I don't know if you watched that, the Aries fight where he got wobbled, dropped almost on his ass. He kind of held himself up with like a wild left hook from that guy Graca, who's not very good at all. And the other thing with Bouafia is he can be pushed back, Brandon. When guys are aggressive with him, he tends to kind of back foot, which I don't think is the best idea versus this Santana guy.
Well, that's what I was just saying, because that first fight that Santana had with that same opponent, he didn't pressure him. He let him stay in the center, and he looked pretty tired, honestly. Like after one round, he was pretty heavy breathing and let that dude work back into the fight. Fight two, maybe he found a better doctor. The other thing I wanted to say too is that camp is slowly, they're going to start turning into a big camp. They had Kevin Vallejos, they got Taliesin Teixeira, they got some guys that are coming up.
And listen, his body composition is completely different now. You're absolutely right. Like, look at him. Look at his chest now and the way he looks. But the one thing with this guy that I really like is, I mean, his chin looks fucking incredible. Like I've never even seen him hurt, to be honest.
He's so confident. Like when he's walking forward, talking shit like that.
He's a marauder. He's literally a marauder coming forward, just walking. He's literally walking. He's literally walking people down.
That's hilarious. When he was walking towards that guy and the dude just starts running away.
He's like, where are you going? He's like, come over here. Where are you going?
Like he's about to send him to his room as punishment.
And honestly, like I watched this Rafael fight where he lost to this 5-0 guy that's 23. I thought he won the fight, honestly. I thought they robbed him. You know, whether it was in this guy's hometown, I don't know what the deal, but that guy tried to grapple a lot with Santana. I don't see it here. I just feel like, man, this is the type of guy that in a small cage, when you're a boxer that needs space, you need footwork, you need stuff like that. And this guy, honestly, I don't see him giving him that. Like, yes, you're saying that Vinicius fight, he wasn't as aggressive, but if you watch all his other tape, he kind of fights the same. He's coming forward, chucking huge shots. I mean, he's throwing is he technical? Absolutely not. But if he hits you, he definitely has huge power, Do you know
who I thought I was watching? This is gonna be a
I think I know who you're gonna say, and I swear I wanted to say it, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. He's gone, so you can say it if you want to. He's not sitting here. Who are you thinking?
Oh, I wasn't gonna say him. I thought you were gonna say the Argentinian dude.
No, I was gonna say Ednilson Santos, who Camuela fought.
Oh, I didn't know that.
This Brazilian guy is actually built exactly like him. Fights exactly like him. Like, oh, jiu-jitsu? Just kidding. I'm just going to use my strength to just stand up because I can. I'm going to walk forward with my hands down and laugh at you the whole time and just keep swinging from the hips. And I never get hurt and I never get tired. This dude's Ednilson Santos, but now on Contender Series.
And that's literally what he does when he gets taken down. He just somehow gets up. He looks just very, very strong. And even in takedowns where he's going to get taken down, where he should easily get taken down, somehow he stays up in some of these sequences. It's crazy, but
his balance is great. Yeah.
he's very, very strong. You can tell. You could literally tell that this guy is extremely strong. And if he hits you, you're going to be fucking hurting. So
for me, it's as simple as this. I'm loading up with his KO pre. I think that's like no doubt about that.
Bouafia is the better fighter. I do think he's the more technical guy. He's got the higher level of training, better, you name it, right? But this is Contender Series. This is in the Apex. This is a guy that's absolutely going to come forward and be a marauder. And if you don't kill him, he's probably going to kill you. So
not only that, we had Tony Ferguson in the top 10 for how many years?
Yeah, I mean, forever. I mean,
you literally need cardio, a chin, and that aggressiveness, and you can win a lot of fights over guys who are a lot better than you. A lot better.
Bouafia opened -500. I wish I had some of that, but it's gone now. Santana's down to +180, +190.
That's still good for me.
I'm interested. I really am. That was my whole point before. I'm kind of interested in this guy because, when you have a one-dimensional fighter like Bouafia fighting a guy like this, it gives him all the opportunity to knock you out. He's going to be on the feet. This fight's probably not hitting the ground unless.
Well, imagine if Neemias comes out and grapples him.
I was just going to say that unless he decides to grapple, I'm sure they do a lot of grappling in that Mineiro camp. Like, it's not like he doesn't know grappling. You can tell he's not like a complete fish on bottom when he was taken down. So maybe they have that game plan for him. I don't know, but I doubt it the way this guy fights. But
you got to think about a lot of these Brazilians. They come out chucking leather and they just go where the fight takes them. Maybe he's feeling it in the moment, the takedown, and it'll let him up, or who really knows? But I think this guy has a lot more ways to win, just on a dog mentality, a cardio, a power, who knows, grappling versus a sharp, clean boxer. But this is MMA.
This guy Bouafia was 1-1 going into round 3 against Bagai, who's fucking bad, bro. Like the Aries guy, the tall guy. Yeah. Sloppy as Bagai that kicks and that's all he does. Like Bagai was taking this guy. He won a whole round of being on top in round 2.
Pretty insane to be taken down by a Frenchman, in my opinion. That's like
Bagai, a Frenchman that doesn't even, he's a kickboxer. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I mean, I'm on the other side, honestly, here at this price. Like, I don't see, unless Bouafia just knocks him out early, which I haven't even seen this guy get hurt, to be honest. Like, I don't know. Of course, anybody can get knocked out, but
he's kind of got that Gene Silva thing where he's almost so relaxed that things don't really hurt him because he's like,
he's not as athletic. He's obviously not as skilled as Gene Silva, but yeah, he's similar in this. He's going to walk you down and he's going to just try to land big shots. And
I think these random undiscovered Brazilians are like just a gold mine on Contender Series.
Yeah, this might be the gold mine right here at plus almost 2-1. So anyways, we've been going for 47 minutes. 548 live viewers all came out just for Brandon.
Gotta love. Come on, this is a great show. We had a good warm up on our channel, so I'm excited to do this one for the next 9 weeks now.
We're gonna have a lot of fun doing it, and hopefully we make a lot of money and make everybody a lot of money by our breakdowns. So appreciate you, Brandon. If there's anything you need to shout out, I did put your Patreon down below. There's a link down there. If there's anything else, please let them know. Floor is yours, my man.
Sweet. Yeah, not too much to plug, guys. Just go check us out, Santino DeFranco on YouTube. So we do this is like the studio that we stay in. Yeah, we do the breakdowns every week. We do the main card there, and then we have the Patreon separate. That's where I posted that plus 7,800 bet, everything like that. So go check us out, YouTube, Patreon. And guys, like and subscribe some videos too. Like, help us out. Leave some comments, talk some shit. We have a really cool section on our podcast now where we read the comments from the previous week. Oh man, we read all the ones. They were flaming you. No, I'm just kidding.
I probably deserved it. I think it was the cop story. I think they were flaming me on probably.
No, actually, no one even said anything about that. All these, literally the only thing they said, this was a funny comment. They go, yeah, Narco went from arresting guys like Brandon to now doing podcasts with them.
Oh my God.
I was like, what does that mean?
Wait, what are you guys trying to insinuate? Brandon's a clean citizen. He's a first-class citizen. Don't talk shit about my co-host. Anyways, guys, links are down below for my Discord. Also, Bet Online, sportsbetting.ag. If you don't have those books offshore, I think you need them for betting MMA or any combat sport. With that being said, again, I will be back on Friday for Lambo Plays podcast. Brandon, next week we will be back. Same time.
We're gonna have to switch up the time. This week I'm going out of town.
Oh boy.
I don't know where I'm gonna be in the world, but we'll have to maybe do a morning podcast before I hit the road from a tropical, undisclosed location.
We can, if you can't do it live, then we can record one if that's easier for you. So
we'll figure it out. We'll have fun. I think it would maybe be cool with a cool setting behind me.
Oh, that would be incredible. Like Kim calling out fucking KOs from the middle of tropical area. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here in my office and you know, watching my kids go crazy in the background.
One thing I might need just for nostalgia's sake, we might need the black cloth back one more time, just for at least one show.
Oh God, that black cloth. He's continuing to rip on my black cloth, guys. I might have to bring it out. It's called a green screen, but it didn't work as a green screen.
You gotta be careful calling it a black screen. Those comments.
By the way, I do want to shout out Kamala Kirk in the background. That guy knows his shit. I appreciate him when I was there. He made sure everything was on point. So they got a great producer in the background over there. All right. See you guys later. Good luck and cash those tickets for Dana White's Contender Series week 1.